Once upon a time, the sound of motorcycles was dominated by the high-pitched scream of two-stroke engines. These lightweight, powerful machines ruled the roads, racetracks, and even off-road trails. But why did two-stroke engines dominate vintage motorcycles? What made them so special? And why are they no longer the kings of the road? Stick around as we dive into the fascinating world of two-stroke dominance. The two-stroke engine was first conceptualized in the 19th century, with Scottish engineer Dugald Clerk patenting the first functional design in 1881. However, it was the early 20th century that saw its practical application, notably with Alfred Angus Scott's motorcycles and Joseph Day's crankcase scavenge design, which became the standard. Unlike the four-stroke engine, which completes a power cycle in 4 piston movements, the two-stroke engine achieves the same in just 2, making it lighter, simpler, and more powerful for its size. How two-stroke engines work. A two-stroke engine operates with a power cycle that completes in just 2 piston strokes, 1 revolution of the crankshaft, making it more compact and powerful than a traditional 4-stroke engine. This efficiency comes from combining the intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust processes into just 2 movements. In the first stroke, as the piston moves upward, it compresses the air-fuel mixture inside the combustion chamber. At the top of the stroke, the spark plug ignites the mixture, causing an explosion that pushes the piston downward, generating power. In the second stroke, as the piston moves down, it uncovers the exhaust port, allowing burnt gases to escape. At the same time, fresh fuel and air enter the chamber through the intake port, preparing for the next cycle. Because a power stroke occurs every revolution, two-stroke engines produce more power relative to their size than four-stroke engines. However, their high-performance design comes with trade-offs. Since two-stroke engines burn oil mixed with fuel, they tend to wear out faster and produce more emissions. Despite this, they remain popular in applications where lightweight power and simplicity are key, such as dirt bikes, chainsaws, and marine engines. Why were two-stroke engines so popular? The popularity of two-stroke engines, particularly in vintage motorcycles and small machinery, stemmed from a combination of factors related to their design and performance. Here's a breakdown. Simplicity: two-stroke engines have fewer moving parts compared to four-stroke engines. This simpler design made them cheaper to manufacture and easier to maintain. Power-to-weight ratio: they produce a power stroke with every revolution of the crankshaft, resulting in a higher power output for their size and weight. This made them ideal for applications where power and lightness were crucial, like motorcycles and handheld tools. Performance: the rapid power delivery of two-stroke engines provided a thrilling riding experience, contributing to their popularity in racing and recreational motorcycling. Affordability: their simpler design and lower manufacturing costs made two-stroke engines more affordable, making motorcycles and other equipment accessible to a wider range of consumers. The golden age of two-stroke engines back in the 1960s and 70s, motorcycle manufacturers were in an arms race for speed and performance. Brands like Yamaha, Suzuki, and Kawasaki pushed the boundaries with high-performance two-stroke machines. Some of the most memorable include Yamaha RD350. The heart of the legendary Yamaha RD350 is its powerful and iconic 347 cubic centimeter, air-cooled, parallel twin two-stroke engine. It was designed to deliver raw, exhilarating performance that was unmatched in its class during the 1970s and early 1980s. The engine featured reed valve induction, which allowed better airflow control, improved throttle response, and smoother power delivery compared to piston port designs of the time. This twin-cylinder engine was capable of producing around 39 horsepower, which was massive for a lightweight bike weighing just over 150 kilograms. Paired with a 6-speed gearbox, the RD350 could hit top speeds of over 160 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest motorcycles in its segment. The power band was famously sharp and sudden, giving riders an adrenaline rush as the revs climbed and the bike surged forward. Another unique feature was the auto-lube system, which automatically mixed oil with fuel, eliminating the need for pre-mixing and making it more convenient for riders. The Yamaha RD 350 engine became a symbol of performance, thrill, and simplicity, earning a cult following among enthusiasts who still cherish its sound, speed, and raw two-stroke magic to this day. The Suzuki GT 750, affectionately known as the Water Buffalo in the US and Kettle in the UK, was a groundbreaking motorcycle thanks to its unique engine. It featured a 739 cubic centimeter, liquid-cooled, three-cylinder, two-stroke engine. A rarity in an era when most motorcycles were air-cooled. Introduced in 1971, this was Suzuki's first large displacement, liquid-cooled bike, and it gained legendary status for its smooth power delivery and distinctive character. The engine produced around 67 horsepower, which combined with its relatively heavy frame, made it more of a fast touring bike than a lightweight racer. The triple-cylinder layout delivered a broad, usable torque curve with a deep, throaty exhaust note that became iconic. The liquid cooling helped the engine run more consistently and reduced overheating, giving it better reliability than many other large two-strokes of its time. The GT 750 also featured ram air cooling for the cylinder head in early models and Suzuki's SRIS Suzuki Recycle Injection System, designed to reduce visible smoke emissions by burning leftover oil and fuel from the crankcase. This combination of innovative engineering, smooth performance, and distinctive style made the GT 750 a memorable and beloved machine in motorcycle history. Kawasaki H2 Mach 4. The Kawasaki H2 Mach 4, launched in 1972, was a beast of its time. Powered by a ferocious 748 cubic centimeter, air-cooled, inline three-cylinder, two-stroke engine. This engine was designed with one goal in mind: raw, explosive power. Producing around 74 horsepower and weighing just under 205 kilograms, it became one of the fastest production motorcycles of the early 1970s. The H2's three-cylinder, two-stroke setup provided an aggressive and sudden power surge, especially once it hit the power band. The throttle response was sharp and exhilarating, but it required skill to handle, as the bike became infamous for its wheelies and unpredictable handling under hard acceleration. The engine was paired with a 5-speed gearbox, and the bike could reach speeds over 200 kilometers per hour, making it a street-legal rocket ship of its time. Its brutal acceleration and unmistakable two-stroke scream earned it nicknames like the Widowmaker, as it was both thrilling and intimidating. Despite its reputation for wild behavior, the H2 Mach 4's engine remains a legend, a symbol of Kawasaki's fearless engineering approach and the high-octane spirit of 1970s motorcycling. Two-stroke racing legends. Two-stroke motorcycles didn't just rule the streets, they were the kings of racing. Examples: in MotoGP, bikes like the Yamaha Y ZR500 dominated the Grand Prix scene for decades. Riders like Kenny Roberts and Wayne Rainey took home world championships thanks to the sheer power of two-stroke machines. In motocross, legends rode bikes like the Honda CR250 and Suzuki RM125, tearing through dirt tracks with unbeatable acceleration. The fall of two-stroke engines. Though two-stroke engines offered impressive performance and simplicity, they came with notable drawbacks. The biggest concern was their environmental impact. Because two-stroke engines burn a mixture of fuel and oil, they produce more smoke and release higher levels of pollutants into the air. As environmental regulations became stricter in the late 20th century, manufacturers were forced to shift toward cleaner and more efficient four-stroke engines. The constant burning of oil in two-stroke engines resulted in visible white smoke, contributing to air pollution. Additionally, Since these engines lack dedicated lubrication systems, the internal components experience faster wear and reduced longevity. Combined with poor fuel efficiency and the inability to meet evolving emission standards, these issues led to the gradual disappearance of two-stroke motorcycles from most markets. Will two-stroke engines return? The question of whether two-stroke engines will make a comeback often excites motorcycle enthusiasts, and for good reason. These engines are lightweight, simple, and deliver incredible power-to-weight ratios, making them ideal for thrill-seekers and racers. However, the environmental concerns and strict emission regulations that led to their decline still remain a major barrier. That said, modern technology has begun to offer hope. Advances like direct fuel injection, electronic oil injection, and cleaner combustion techniques have significantly reduced emissions in some newer two-stroke designs. Companies like KTM and Husqvarna have already introduced cleaner two-stroke engines for dirt bikes that meet current emission standards. So, while a widespread return of the old-school, smoky two-stroke engines on street bikes is unlikely, the future might hold a new generation of clean, efficient, and high-performance two-stroke engines, combining the raw excitement of the past with the environmental responsibility of modern times. Today, two-stroke engines are celebrated for their unique character, their raw performance, and the sheer joy they bring to riding. They represent a golden era of motorcycling, a time when simplicity and excitement ruled the roads. So, what's your favorite two-stroke motorcycle? Have you ever ridden one? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love vintage motorcycles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. See you next time, and keep the two-stroke spirit alive.